let me just tell you, a lot of people have an eye-opening experience when they go to jail or when they go to prison. They're like, now I see.
This one is a probation vanish case. Ricardo's on deferred for family violence strangulation, and the state says he disappeared after 2021. Today, he's pleading true, month after month, so the judge has to decide, reinstate or revoke.
2020 CR 10239, State versus Ricardo Salas. Can I have parties announced?
Rick Pena for the state of Texas.
James Sturgey for Salas.
And are you Ricardo Salas?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me put this in. All right, did you review the state's motion to enter adjudication of guilty and revoke community supervision and state's motion to supplement pending motion to enter adjudication of guilty and revoke probation with your attorney? Did you understand that?
Yes.
Are you the same Ricardo Anthony Salas who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 10239 for the offense of assault, family choking, strangulation on February 9, 2021 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes.
Right. State?
This morning, we're here on state's motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. Violation condition number 5, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Ricardo Anthony Salas, did then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of August and September 2021 in violation of condition number 5.
All right, to that, how do you plead? True or not true?
On what he said?
Yes.
True. Yes.
All right, so you seem a little bit unsure. So the state is saying that you didn't report for the months of August and September in 2021. Do you understand that?
Yeah, she was the one that usually sent me a text or a call to let me know like it was on Zoom.
No. So here's the thing.
It's true. Or
Yes. So sometimes when people plead true, they plead true and then they say, hey, judge, no, I didn't report, but I have an explanation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you've heard states reading a violation of condition number 5 that they're saying you violated.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. To that, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
All right. State.
For the original motion to enter adjudication of guilt, we will waive the remaining violations and we will now proceed on the supplemental motion, Your Honor.
All right.
Violation condition number 5, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Ricardo Anthony Salas, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of October, November, and December 2021 in violation condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Violation condition number 5, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Ricardo Anthony Salas, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December 2022 in violation condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Violation condition number 5, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Ricardo Anthony Salas, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December 2023 and violation condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Violation condition number 5, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Ricardo Anthony Salas, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the month of January 2024 in violation condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? And state, do you waive the other violations?
I don't believe there are any others on the supplemental.
Well, you're correct. All right, any objections to the state's waivers to the other violations?
No, ma'am.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violations 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5?
Yes, ma'am.
The court will find 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not, Your Honor. We're both going to go to the court for our recommendation.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
State's requesting a revocation of defendant's probation, adjudication of guilt, and 3 years TDC.
And defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, I have obviously I have a different recommendation. I don't know if you want me to give it to you now. I have one witness that I would like for you to hear.
Oh, come up.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Ibanez, his name's Justin Ibanez. Judge.
Okay.
And as he's walking up here, I don't intend on calling all of them, but if you're here for Ricardo, can you stand up, please? I just wanted the court to know that he has his grandmother, mother, and siblings all here in court today.
All right, and what is your name, sir?
Justin Ibanez.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
All right, and if you can lower your hand. And you said Ibanez?
Ibanez, yes.
How do you spell the last name?
YBANEZ.
All right.
And yeah, on top of the N too.
Okay, I don't know if the court reporter has that symbol she can put. All right, defense, do you have questions, or did he just want to let the court know some information?
He does, Judge. I just wanted to ask him this one question. Just if you could tell Judge Boyd, how long have you actually known Ricardo?
Since elementary, last, if I could remember. Yeah, like 4th and 5th grade.
A long time.
Very long.
So
time.
you
Past
have
15 years.
Sorry, you have prepared a statement you would like to share with Judge Boyd about Ricardo?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. You can do that.
Good morning, Your Honor, and the people of the court. I'm here today for Ricardo Anthony Salas and to tell you the type of man he is. We both grew up together most of our lives, and I can say he is one of the most hardworking men I've known. He's very dedicated to his family, a great family man. Not only have we grown up together, but we've had similar tragedies. Both of our fathers have passed away just months apart. And as we are here today trying to follow in our father's footsteps, to try not miss a second of our children's lives by sending them away for so long will not be beneficial for him or his family, as it can have an effect on his kids for the fact that he was always there, never missing a day of their lives, with Zoe doing cheer, Naya taking her to school every day and being an ultimate babysitter for baby Ricky. These past months have been very hard on the children, and I know that he can change his ways for the better, to be a better citizen and hardworking for his family and kids who he loves very much. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
All right, any objection to my asking a question?
No objection from the state.
All right, so this is what I want you to realize, and I keep an open mind when everybody's on probation, right?
Yes.
Because sometimes people have things that happen, and I understand. Where has he been since 2020-21? Because we're in 2020-25, and I want you to understand, he's on probation.
Mm-hmm.
And the easiest thing to do is report. And I tell everybody, if there's an issue, you can always come to this court and discuss the issue with me. But according to what he's just played true to, nobody's seen him since 2021. And I understand when people are like, great, I'm living my life, I'm not picking up any new cases, but being on probation, there are conditions with that. There's no such probation where the probation is you're on probation and I'm just going to disappear, because otherwise, why do we have probation?
Yes.
So where has he been? Do you know?
He's been in the same place
Mhm.
since 2020, or he moved down the street to his dad's, and he's been working there.
But did you know he was on probation? Did he let you know that?
I did, but I thought it was dismissed because they stopped talking to him. They stopped reaching out.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for coming in and giving me some insight into him. I really do appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Any other witnesses?
There are no other witnesses.
All right. You can come forward. All right. So, Mr. Salas,
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate the fact that your family is here. I appreciate the fact that you have witnesses who are coming in to support you, right? But the easiest thing to do when you're on probation is report. I mean, that's easy. And so the issues with you is any objection to the court review and the court summary?
No, not at all. And I do have some comments for the court that I don't think appear in the summary at the appropriate time.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to give you my thought process. And then, of course, I will still keep an open mind, right? So the problem is nobody's seen you since 2021.
Mhm.
And then according to the court summary, you haven't completed anything. Is there anything that you've completed on probation other than just, I didn't pick up any new offenses?
Just the family violence, class.
All right, they're saying here that you have not completed the
Not
BIP,
completed.
the parenting classes, or outpatient treatment.
Okay. Can I just tell you my side of the story real quick?
Do you have any objections to? All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Part of us.
All right, so why didn't you report?
All right, so we're 8 months into it and everything going good. And then I had my mom in the hospital from COVID. This is all during COVID. My mom in the hospital, I just had a newborn son, and then my dad passes away. I'm not trying to come up with no excuse or anything, but I just hoping for like understanding that I wasn't trying to like not report or anything like that. I was going through so much, Your Honor.
Well, so here's the thing.
Mhm.
You haven't reported since 2021. We're in 2025. So I do understand when people have family members to pass away, when people have family members very ill. I understand when COVID was going on, but you didn't even pick up the phone in 2022. All right, and now, COVID, okay. 2023, 2024. All you have to do was pick up the phone and call probation. I understand when people have issues that are going on in their life, but they haven't seen you since 2021. And according to this court summary, you didn't do the BIP course. This is an assault family violence case, so you need to do that.
Okay.
According to this, you didn't do the parenting classes and you didn't do outpatient treatment. So have you done any of those?
I started like 2 or 3 classes when I think of the Zoom meetings.
Mhm.
I'm not too sure how far. I know I started right away. And then being in jail, ma'am, I'm sorry. It opened my eyes to like I should have caught it. I should have done other things other than not caught. And-
Yeah, everybody, let me just tell you, a lot of people have an eye-opening experience when they go to jail
Mhm.
or when they go to prison. They're like, now I see.
Yes.
But it's not as though you're a teenager,
I got
you're an adult, so it shouldn't take that.
I got you.
And everybody, you can't be on probation and not be on probation. And what I mean by that is you have certain conditions you have to follow.
Yes, ma'am.
And your condition can't be, well, I didn't pick up any charges. It's not like in municipal court where they give you deferred and they tell you just don't pick up any new cases and you'll be fine. Okay,
Can I
yes,
add on? a little
Sure.
bit? So I had the exact same dialogue with Mr. Salas. He did tell me about his situation, and I think early on, he got off to a decent start. And then COVID did affect his entire family. He did lose his father to COVID when his mother was very, very ill. And as I understand, the probation department was there in the home. At one instance, the mother was very ill with COVID, and his father had already passed. The file documents all of this, and I asked Ricardo the same thing, like, I understand 3, 6, even a year of your life being so affected by your loved ones, but at some point, you're gonna have to come back into the fold. And as so often happens, I think you fall into a hole that's up to your knees and you just let it continue, and before you know it, it hits your chest. And then 2 years later, it's over your head. And I'm not gonna say he just kind of gave up, but I think at that point, he just kind of understood that he messed up. And it was the wrong response, so there's no justification for it. There is no good answer. The only analogy that I can kind of give you that I think might, resonate with you is, I know that you're a college football fan, and, you have your team, and one day your team comes out and they're a good team, they're a great team, and they lose a game they shouldn't lose, and they play terrible, and they can't do anything right. But you don't give up on them, And the next week they come out and they beat the Aggies or somebody like that. And you know, Ricardo's, yeah, the Aggies. Ricardo's kind of like that. He's a good guy. And talking to him, he is. I've seen pictures of his children. He's a very good father. He works and supports them. He didn't go anywhere. He just didn't call and get caught back up. But I told him, had you done that, we wouldn't even be in this boat, most likely. What I'm asking, and it's a big ask, is the court can, you know, put him on a regular probation. I do believe and know that he can do the things you ask him to do. And, you know, jail, yeah, it's an eye opener, but it's a bit of a cop out because you're right. In jail, hell, I'll do anything or say anything because I don't want to be in jail. I don't want to go to prison. Do I believe that he will do the things you want him to do? Absolutely. I do. I've talked to all these people behind me. You know, he's got that. He's got great support. And I told them, you got to get on him if he's, you know, you got to stay on him. We should never have gotten this far, but we did. And so the prison, of course, you know, it'll be there waiting for him. And my ask is that you take him off deferred, put him on regular, and let him do all the things that he still needs to do and will do. You know, I can't explain his actions. I know part of the beginning, but the rest of it, he just screwed up. There's no excuse. He screwed it up and he knows it. But he wants to make it right, and I believe he can. And so I'm hoping the court kind of sees that in him and allows him to do that.
All right. So I want you to know that I listened to everything that everyone said. I've internalized everything. However, I just don't think you would be a good candidate for probation because nobody's seen you since 2021.
Please, Your
I'm sorry. So I'm going to revoke, find you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. I'll give you credit for any time served. Does anyone want to speak to time? State is requesting 3 years.
I mean, obviously, Judge, I'd ask the court to recommend the minimum term if possible. He does not have that much time in. He does have 4 dependent children. They're going to be suffering alongside him too. I don't believe he has, I don't recall his history prior to this, but I don't think I don't think there was anything else there. So the court could recommend a minimum term sentence, Judge. That's what
Your Honor, I'll do anything to put on probation. I'll finish it, Your Honor. If it's to add a year or 2 to my probation, I'll finish it, Your Honor. I will. I'll do whatever it takes just to not be in there anymore. I'll finish it, Your Honor.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to, as previously stated, revoke, find you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. The court will give you credit for any time served. The court will sentence you to 3 years in the prison and the court will retain jurisdiction. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, you have a right to appeal. It's a limited right to appeal as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you're on deferred adjudication. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence and a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right. Yes or no?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. So here's the thing. When you go to prison, you better show me something. Your attorney will explain that to you. Do you understand? All right, and what is this on the side?
I've had that since I was younger.
All right, make sure you get a doctor to check that out, okay? And your attorney will talk to you about everything that I've said and what it means. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. 2022 CR 9805 State versus Fernando Carmona III. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Lauren Espinoza for the state.
Andrew K. Hicks for the defense.
And are you Mr. Carmona?
Yes, ma'am.
And are parties ready to proceed?
We're ready to proceed, Judge.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Fernando Carmona III who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 9805 for the offense of aggravated robbery on February 3rd, 2023 for a period of 10 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
State's First Amendment motion.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And also, did you review the First Amendment motion with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may proceed.
Violated condition number 1. On or about the 22nd day of November 2025 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Fernando Carmona III committed the offense of failure to ID, fugitive intent to give false information in violation of condition number 1.
All right, to that, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
Violated condition number 1, on or about the 22nd day of November 2025 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Fernando Carmona III, committed the offense of evading arrest detention in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that?
True.
Violated condition number 4, in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Fernando Carmona III, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and October 2025 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And finally, violated condition number 4, in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Fernando Carmona III, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December of 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
State will waive the remaining.
Any objections to the waivers?
No, Judge. None, Judge.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violations 1, 1, 4, and 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to life in prison
Yes, Your Honor.
and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 1, 1, 4, and 4?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find 1, 1, and 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, there's not, Judge. We have differing opinions, so the state's position is to grant state's motion, revoke probation, enter an adjudication of guilt, and sentence to 18 years in the prison.
All right, so I need a trial court certification. I don't have one.
Judge, I actually have one right here. I went over with it. He's, my client's a little emotional at the moment and didn't want to sign it. We're willing to stipulate on the record if perhaps that that I have gone over his, the certification of his rights to appeal. And I've explained to him that any actions that you take here today, technically he would have the right to appeal, but he cannot appeal his underlying case.
All right, did you not want to sign a trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal?
Yes. Your
It's a, oh, okay,
Honor.
You'll sign it? Okay. We'll have it signed right now, Judge.
right.
Just sign. You understand that? Yeah, right there. And Judge, we're going to go ahead and tender that certification of right of appeal.
All right, so the state is asking for revocation for
Yes, sir.
18 years. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
Your Honor, we have no witnesses, although except for my client, Mr. Carmona himself, he's willing to answer any questions that the court might have, and also wants to say a few words on his own
All
behalf.
right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Fernando Carmona.
All right, let's get to the crux of things. Why did you never report?
I was going through a lot at the time. I had a miscarriage with my girlfriend, and then my daughter's mom wasn't letting me see my daughter that I have right now, and I started taking a lot of drugs, and I just let time pass, and I wasn't really in the right state of mind.
But you were in the right state of mind to commit new offenses.
I had just panicked whenever I saw cops, and I just tried to run.
Here's the thing. I don't think that you're a good candidate for probation.
I understand that.
And the reason being is because you were given a chance at probation.
Sure.
And I'm sure it was because of your age. The state recommended for you to have deferred adjudication. And when they did that, they took into consideration 3 cases.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so you're not a good candidate for probation. Have you done anything while you've been on probation?
I tried to report for the first time, but then I'm sorry, Your Honor. I just had a lot of that had happened at the time, and I was just emotional, and I just wasn't who I am. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I mean, here's the thing. I understand that sometimes people want to turn back the hands of time, but you can't. So we
Mhm.
just have to deal with where we are now.
Yes, Your Honor.
And where we are now is, according to what I'm seeing, you have not done anything
Yes, Your
on
Honor.
probation, except pick up new cases.
Yes,
And
Your
that's the number one thing. The easiest thing is to report, because all that, I mean, it takes time because you're sitting, waiting for whoever your officer is to call you back and not pick up any new cases. You know, when people say, well, I don't belong to a gang, I don't pick up new cases, I pay my child support, it's always, you want a cookie for that? Because everybody does that.
Honor.
Like, you shouldn't get kudos because you pay child support, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're telling me that the mother of your other child didn't want you to see that child?
Mhm.
Well, I mean, you come to her on probation for aggravated robbery. Why would she want you to see her child? And then you're picking up new cases and whatever else you had going on in your life.
The most thing that threw me off was the fact that I had a miscarriage, and I was just really down about that.
For 2 years.
Yeah.
And I understand, and I don't want to make light of it. Anytime you lose a child, that stays with you forever. But I don't see how that translates to you never showing up.
I understand that.
And when you said there was a miscarriage, what month was that?
It was. I'm not really sure. I can't tell you the exact month.
Well, I mean, was it,
I just fell into depression.
but when?
Around I had met my probation officer, and it was like a month after that.
So, I mean, when would this have been though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So if you began probation, let's figure this out. Back in February of 2023, and you said that you made a visit.
Oh, yeah, it was around April.
April what?
2023.
Yeah. I just don't think that you're a good candidate.
I understand that.
Judge, if I may, on his behalf, I mean, you can see he's obviously very emotional here today. First thing that he told me, especially when I told him what the state was offering, was he's scared to death.
I'm sorry. It's just the last time I'm so sorry. It's the last time I saw you, you really scared me, and I just didn't want to come back here. That's why I would run.
Yeah, because I mean, here's the thing. You've been here before. This is not your first motion to revoke. And I do understand that sometimes when you're dealing with young people, and you're young, right?
Your Honor.
That is why the first time you came back, there was not a revocation.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the mother of your child, what's her name?
Felicity.
All right. That's the mother of your child. And then there's someone different.
Uh-huh.
All right. So here's the thing. The last time you were here on a motion to revoke, you know what I put in place?
No, I don't.
No contact with Felicity.
Uh-huh.
And here you are trying to get in touch with her so you could see your child. The last time you were here, there was to be no contact with Felicity.
No, it was my sister that was trying to like get her so that I could see her.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I have nowhere to be or anywhere to live, and my sister had a house, and she just told me that she'll be able to take my daughter in so that I could see her.
Mhm.
I wasn't contacting Felicity.
Yeah. I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation.
Judge, if it would please the court, Mr. Carmona, who has been in touch with me pretty extensively, both in person and through his girlfriend, has prepared a letter for the courts that.
Any objection?
Yeah, objection. It's just a heartfelt something. He's, as you can tell, Mr. Carmona doesn't really do the best job putting together his own words, and he just put his thoughts down on paper.
No objection from the state judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. So, Mr. Carmona, you've been on probation since 2023
Yes, Your Honor.
and you haven't done anything. The only thing you've done is not report and pick up new charges.
Yes.
I don't think you're a good candidate for probation. So I'm going to grant the motion and I'm going to find you guilty. The only question is as it relates to length of time.
Judge, with regards to the length of time, again, we would ask that the court please take into consideration Mr. Carmona's age, as Your Honor has already risen. I'm sorry, I'm getting over a cold. My mind is still a little bit in flux here. As the court has already raised on its own accord, he is very, very young. I believe that this incident took place when he was 19 years old. He's 23, about to turn 24 years old right now. Obviously, this underlying incident, I understand that there were some pretty bad facts in this case. Nevertheless, I would please ask that the court please take into consideration then the time that has passed since then. He does actually have a girlfriend who is here in the courtroom with him, who has set him for the most part on the straight and narrow since then.
Is this the person who had the miscarriage?
Yes.
Okay.
And she has cared deeply. She has been in touch with me pretty consistently. She's been looking out for him.
And how old is she?
I'm sorry. How old are you again? Sir? She's 19, Judge.
She's 19, and you decided to attach your star to somebody who is on probation for aggravated robbery, decided to have a child with him, and the only thing he's done on probation has been pick up new cases and not report it. Is this what we're doing in this world?
Judge, I can't speak to her choices on this there, but she sees something in Mr. Carmona and she has really taken an interest in him. And as such, I would just, again, I can speak from a personal experience, Judge, that as a man, I was a different man from when I was 19 to 24 and then to what I am today. There's a reason why they say the brain doesn't stop developing until you're in your late 20s, especially as men. And I see that Mr. Carmona, I mean, when I met him, I kind of ran the full gamut of emotions there. I mean, admittedly, he was a little bit cocky when I first met him, and then he got a little concerned, a little frustrated, and now today I see this very scared young man. And right now he is very, very much staring down the fact that he could be spending the rest of his life in prison. And again, based on the facts of, as I understand them, because I did not handle the underlying case, I've been handling only the MTR, I don't see anything here that would warrant him spending 18 years of his life where he would then get out and be in his 40s. He would, I'm going to be turning 50 pretty soon, but I can only imagine myself starting my life essentially 9 years ago. So I just don't see that the facts warrant that here. I ask that the court please take mercy on him in its sentencing, and please allow him to get another start at life. I think with some structure, he might actually show some potential.
Before you met her, did you tell her you were on probation for aggravated robbery?
Yes.
And did she give you any advice to, hey, you need to report?
She was scared for my life too, because the last time I was here, you had told me that I was going to get life if I ever came back here.
No, I'm sure what I've said was, from here on out, everything you do, you need to ask yourself if the actions you're taking, if that could result in you potentially going to prison for life.
Yes,
if it is, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it.
Yes,
And I'm sure I probably told you, if there's anything that you need, speak with your probation officer. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. You did neither. Instead, what you did was not report for close to 2 years and pick up new charges. All right. The court is finding 1, 1, 4, and 4 true. The court will find you guilty, revoke. I'll request a therapeutic community. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be restitution to Miguel Zapian, if any. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrently. There's to be no residing in households with minors, and the court will sentence you to 14 years in the prison.
Judge, may I just please ask for reconsideration for less again, just based on everything here, Judge. I do appreciate that this was less than the 18 years that the state asked for, but again, may we please ask for reconsideration?
Thank you for your arguments, counsel. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is not a plea bargaining agreement. You do have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion that the court found true, which was 1, 1, 4, and 4. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Mhm.
All right, so your complete sentence from the court is 14 years. Therapeutic community, I cannot force them to place you in the therapeutic community or order that. You'll have to request it as well. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon, $1,500 fine. That fine will run concurrently with the time you serve, and there's to be no residing in households with minors. All right, good luck to you.
Judge Boyd revokes, adjudicates guilt, and lands at 14 years, below the state's 18, but still brutal. She adds a deadly weapon finding, restitution, a fine, and a ban on living with minors. His fear didn't change the record.
2024 CR 4982, State versus Briella Butler. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Jason Garahan for the state, Your Honor. Patrick Collins for the defense.
And are you Ms. Butler?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amendment Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Briella Butler who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 4982 for the offense of forgery of a financial instrument on February 12th, 2025 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violate condition number 1 on or about the 22nd day of May 2025 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Briella Butler, committed the offense of possession of a controlled substance, plea group 1, in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
I'm sorry, was that true?
True.
Thanks, ma'am. We'll waive the remaining violated condition, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, Your Honor, it's unagreed.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
The state is requesting adjudication of guilt and revoke for community supervision for 18 months in the state jail facility. One part of the agreement, we are taking into consideration the possession case she just pled to, which is JN 7143967. And we're also taking into considerations a county court at 2 case 2025 CC 011626, which is a failure to ID.
All right, in defense, what are you requesting? Oh, you can't sign it.
Well, this is the
This is, okay.
Your Honor, we're requesting that you continue her on probation, to deny the motion, and to follow the recommendation by probation to send her into the MIC unit or some other type of supervisory program with zero tolerance.
I really don't normally do zero tolerance in this court because being on probation, you're supposed to follow the rules. So my question for you, or maybe for her, what have you done? Because you've been on probation since February. What have you done? Have you completed? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Briella Butler.
What have you done?
I went to the 60 days NA or AA online virtual visits. I reported twice.
All right, so that didn't work because you're here for a possession of controlled substance. What was that controlled substance?
Methamphetamines.
All right. So we know that doing the 60 days didn't work because you have a possession of meth. And how far along are you in your pregnancy?
7 months.
All right, so what that means is you're doing drugs. Hmm?
No, ma'am, I wasn't.
Who did the meth belong to?
DeAndre Hartley, I have an affidavit that they brought in.
Mhm.
It wasn't mine. I didn't stay at the scene when the cops came. My car, I just bought it, it was broke down, and I was at my mom's house, and cops pulled up, and when they pulled up, my friend ran off, and they immediately put me in handcuffs and searched the car.
So let me just tell you right now,
And
the only way you're going to be continued on probation if you go into inpatient treatment. We're not doing this zero tolerance thing. So she can either go into inpatient treatment, and because you're pregnant, they will accept you at SAFEP. But they're not going to accept you at any of the programs because of how far along you are in your pregnancy. So you can either do that or you can do the 18 months.
okay. Thank you. Can I take my baby with me?
No, what ends up happening when you are at SAFEP, because it's at the prison, when you're at SAFEP and you deliver your baby, someone needs to be there to accept custody of your child. Otherwise, Child Protective Services will be picking up your baby and you will have a CPS case. And when you're released from SAFEP, that's what will happen. You will have to do parenting classes and everything else that's required of you. And when you have somebody, if you have your mom or whoever it is to come pick up your child at the prison, they will make a determination on whether or not that person is appropriate or not. All right. So the court will deny the motion. Alter and amend conditions to include SAFEP. Probation, is there anything you recommend other than SAFEP? I'm sorry, what? All right, so there'll be SAFEP, and that's, of course, is in custody. And then it is 9 months. And you have to wait. What's the wait time for SAFEP? I'm sorry, what? All right, so usually the wait time for SAFEP normally is 3 months. So you'll be waiting at the jail for 3 months, then they'll transfer you to SAFEP and you'll be there for 9 months. All right, so the court is going to deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include SAFEP. Once she is released from SAFEP, she's to be placed on the MIC caseload, and there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors, field visits until further notice. She's to complete parenting classes. Court will take in consideration JN 7143967 and 2025 CC 011626. All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing from us, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 010368 State versus Devin Grisham. Can I have parties announced?
Jason Garaham for the state, Your Honor.
Christopher Simkins for the defense.
And are you Mr. Grisham?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review it with your client?
I have, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Grisham, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with theft of property less than $2,500 with 2 or more previous convictions. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
My opinion is.
Mr. Grisham, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you will be deported, denied re-entry, and denied naturalization?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
According to the plea, there's a $2,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2025 CR 011698. There's to be restitution to Quick Trip, QUIK Trip, and also to Walmart. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such
There have
motions?
been none.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a top evaluation, 200 hours community service restitution, and no contact with Quick Trip or Walmart. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. State Exhibit number 1 with all of its
We have
attachments.
no objection, Your Honor.
State, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we've asked to follow the plea bargain agreement, over the matter of Mr. Grisham. He is motivated to be successful. I would also ask the court to consider probating some of the community service hours if he obtains a GED and employment.
All right. Mr. Grisham,
Yes, ma'am.
it appears that you have a problem with taking things that do not belong to you. Why do you keep stealing?
I had a drug habit, ma'am, so it was kind of related to that. Before being incarcerated, I just actually quit doing drugs.
All right, what drugs were you using?
Methamphetamine, son,
How often were you using?
every day.
Okay. All right. Thank you for being honest with me.
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
you have any children?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. In custody, the following. There's a referral to felony drug court. You need to be honest with them. That's a great program. They can really help you.
Yes, ma'am.
And there's to be a TAP evaluation in custody. If not accepted in felony drug court, then follow TAP recommendations. There's to be proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be restitution to and no contact with Quick Trip or Walmart.
May I ask a question, ma'am?
Yes,
Is that like just that Walmart or is that like in the
they
name?
don't want you there.
Okay, so in the.
Now, I will tell you, I will reconsider that once you've been clean and sober. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, there's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, field visits 1 time per month until further notice, no residing in households with minors, and there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And take in consideration 2025 CR 011698. State, is there any, I'm sorry, probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go on off the record. So here's the thing. In order to be successful, you need to communicate. If there's an issue and you feel like probation is not addressing it, you can always come back to me.
Yes, ma'am.
When you're accepted in felony drug court, and I know you'll be accepted if you are honest with them, what will end up happening is they will be in charge of your conditions. So the conditions that I've given you, those are for when you're in this court. But if you're accepted in a felony drug court, they may have different conditions that may be different from mine. They may say, no, we don't need to do field visits. That will be completely up to them. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Bottom line, the judge denied a simple probation continuation and instead ordered Butler into SAFEP, meaning jail time waiting, then a long treatment program, plus strict post-release conditions. This case shows how fast one violation can flip your entire future, especially with a child involved. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.